We've all been through the times of asking the question, why is life so hard? Why are people doing this to me? Why am I worried? Why am I struggling? Why does life seem to be so unfair? Why is my life always at the mercy of other people doing the wrong thing by me? And more. All humans go through why me. Everybody can relate to why me. But why me doesn't give any excuses, or it doesn't make us look at our decisions and our choices in life when that's all we focus on. We don't look at the actions and the choices that we play in those situations to get us to that point. And it's in those actions and choices before we come to the struggle in life that we can gain some control over by our past decisions and past actions that we have chosen, and that has led us to arrive at why me. If we make different choices and if we make different decisions in our lives from our past choices and decisions, we're going to get a different outcome. Change the choice, change the outcome. Don't change the choice and the outcome stays the same. I'm sure you'll be able to understand that. And it's only at that juncture when we see that we have created, irrespectively of what we felt or how we can justify our decisions and our choices, it's still a choice. There's no right and wrong. The only right and wrong in a choice is to learn from that choice. That's just my perception on maturity and gaining some kind of wisdom in life, because it sure as hell has helped me. When I've realised this, and then I've stood back in the future and go, oh, wait there, you know, like last time I went too fast. Last time I didn't do my homework. Last time I was naive. Last time I didn't think about the consequences of this. So when you go back to what we did in the past, we can learn from those mistakes, and then we can realise that those past choices that we made has led us to the outcomes that we're not happy with. And it's always about our choices, and it's always about what we learn from our choices and our decisions in our life. Because if we don't look at ourselves, we will never learn from our mistakes. And the quicker we can start learning from our mistakes and start taking control of our choices, actions, decisions, the faster we can move out of past struggle and current struggle. It takes time to mature out of a life that has not been serving us. Well, that's what I believe. It took me years to come out of a past life that I was unhappy with. But if I hadn't started the insight and the understanding that I was responsible for those choices and the decisions, instead of handing it over to every other person or justifying it by how I felt or what I was thinking, I wouldn't have found the freedom that I've got today. And I have got a lot of freedom. Internally, I am very at peace and I'm very, very secure. But it's taking a lot of accountability and being conscious of that accountability. It's so easy to throw your choices and actions and decisions onto other people. That's the easy way. But, you know, with what comes easy, those same rewards come. They're easy rewards. But the hard thing, and they're short-term rewards, that's what makes them easy. But the hard thing is to make the hard decisions and own yourself. Own everything. Own all your actions, your choices and decisions, because in owning yourself, you make better choices and decisions and actions in your life. It's clear as the nose on my face, and I'm sure you'll be able to see that. You think about what you're doing before you do things, and the outcomes are going to be different. You just go like a bull at a gate and go into everything and not look at what you're doing and your choices and your actions. That's a very vulnerable place to be, and because you've got to wear the consequences of yourself. Again, if you take ownership of yourself, and it's the best way to live, taking ownership of yourself. You can never ever not take enough ownership of yourself. Like if you just focus on what you're doing and how you're behaving and the choices and the decisions that you're making and the outcomes that have come past in your life and present outcomes, you will see things that you need to change. It will be clear as day. And everybody can relate to that. Like a child understands the consequences for their actions, but it's hard to stay focused in it. You know, our feelings get caught up in our decisions, our desires get caught up in our decisions, our instant gratification gets caught up in our decisions, and our thinking gets caught up in our decisions. We've got to somehow try and separate that stuff, you know, and go, okay, well, in the short term, I'm not going to like the outcome of this because I'm going to make a decision that I don't want. I'd rather have it now, or I would rather, you know, because I'm attracted to something, want it right now. But given everything else around that, that's not the best decision. So, yeah, like the more insight we can have with what we do, the better the outcomes. The better the outcomes, the better we live in our life as far as we make good decisions. We make good choices. And hey, even in thinking that you make good choices and decisions, you're still probably going to make some bad ones. But it's the insightfulness within who you are is where the self-worth is where the self-esteem is. That's where the hub of your soul is. That's who we are. Is like our value is in what I'm saying. And if there's no value in not caring about the consequence of your actions or blaming everybody for what you do all your life, well, that's real too. But if you can look at the other side of it, as I said, and if you can look at your decisions and if you can look at your actions and understanding your actions has consequences, and there's there's outcomes for what you do, you'll start thinking more about your decisions and your actions, and hopefully that will lead to a better outcome and give you more security within yourself. You take care now, and you have a great day, and just think about what you're doing and how you're behaving and how you're acting. All right, you take care. Look after yourself.